Will die, I ain't gonna see everybody's true color. Everybody got an opinion. What you should do, what you shouldn't do. That's why when my dad passed away, baby, my dad already told me what to do. So when my brother and everybody was trying to get involved, my dad already told me. I already know what to do. Baby, I had to be mean because everybody was trying to tell me what I should do. Oh, you don't have to bury him. You don't have this money. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna figure it out, okay? Don't tell me what to do. Not me having 2 cups. I refilled this cup and forgot I was using the pink cup. Girl. Hi guys, welcome to my life, my world, my everything. How you guys doing? I hope it's doing well, it's doing good in the hood. Alright, we're going to be doing another story time. If the person comes up to me and say, hey girl, I don't want you sharing my video, I will take it down. Because I don't care. Alright, let's go.
Picture this. You decide to go on vacation for spring break back to your homeland. When you get to your homeland, you and your husband are deciding, where do we want to go for our break? Where do we want to spend spring break? Boom. We go a gazillion places. We talk about going to a gazillion places, but end up going to a town close to my dad's town to go to the river and to chill. Boom. Right before we're about to leave, we're like, should we come back and visit dad later because we were like tired and we wanted to make it back to the city, or should we just, since we're close, go visit? We decided, let's just go visit since we're close, so we don't gotta do this trip back to say hi, and then we're gonna go back to the city in a few hours. Boom. When you get there, you see Pops, he's not feeling too well, he's been sick for a few days, and you're like, okay, cool, what's going on? He's like, no, I'm fine. He goes to the pharmacy, gets some medicine, come back and pretend that he's fine. You hop in the shower, and when you come out the shower, you're like, where's dad at? And everybody's like, oh, he said he's going to go run an errand. He's going to be right back. So you're like, okay, but you realize he left his phone. And you're like, what the fuck? So none of us know where he at. We just know he said he was going to run an errand. An hour and a half passes by. You're ready to go. You're telling hubby, like, we're about to dip. Because, dad really ain't shit for. We know he would have shorty or some shit. We don't know what's going on. Turns out your dad was actually in the hospital having a heart attack and dying. And then no one knew. So because
a lot of Caribbeans do that though. They will be sick or they'll have something wrong with them, but the fact that they don't want to scare their family, so they won't tell their kids. And I think that's the most selfish thing a person could do, because you don't understand how you hurt that person. You didn't give that person the chance to say goodbye. I just feel that it's so selfish, but a lot of Caribbeans do it. I know Caribbeans that have cancer, and they're like, oh, I'm fine, I'm okay. They'll have a kidney problem. They're like, yeah, I'm waiting for the donor and hasn't been going to the hospital. Child.
Because he lives in a small town, there is like a public WhatsApp where doctors and clinics reach out to the public and they take a picture of his ID and they send it and they're saying, we're looking for the family of this person. We're thinking he's just sick and he at the ER, and he, because he didn't have his phone, he couldn't communicate. So we run to the ER to go check on him. Turns out my guy had a heart attack. So everybody has a meltdown, and you had to go identify the body because nobody else could do it. Boom, you touch him, his warm body, you're like, okay, what the fuck? Out of body experience. You're not that close with your pops. You just started to rebuild the relationship in the adult years. So the emotional reaction was there, but you were pretty strong. And you prayed as soon as you heard he was dead. You said, God done help me figure this shit out, because this is a lot. So you identify the body, you're good. You're completely disconnected. The last thing you're thinking about is inheritance, right? Now it pops is that we got to figure out funeral.
Child, that's when you're going to learn. When people die, I ain't gonna see everybody's true color. Everybody got an opinion. What you should do, what you shouldn't do. That's why when my dad passed away, baby, my dad already told me what to do. So when my brother and everybody was trying to get involved, my dad already told me. I already know what to do. Baby, I had to be mean because everybody was trying to tell me what I should do. Oh, you don't have to bury him. You don't have this money. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna figure it out, okay? Don't tell me what to do. And people know me. I'm usually the nice kid. But when my dad died, my dad was in my life. Unlike, she said hers, she grew, whatever. So it's a little different when somebody's not in your life. Now he has all these people that has been their life, so they think they're entitled. Child. That's why I said, my mom passed, that's my sister's response. I ain't doing that. I ain't dealing with death again. I don't care. Only if it God forbid, my children. But after that, I ain't dealing with nobody's death, okay? No.
You gotta do everything together. And if you know anything about funerals, that shit is right on the spot. You gotta pay your money up, especially in a small town in the Dominican Republic. They don't play about their money. You gotta pay them their shit for them to do anything. You're not really thinking about money because you're already distraught. You in grief. You're like, boom, now you got to deal with your two younger siblings who just lost their pops. You're dealing with your grandma. Your husband is like, the whole family's in shock. Everybody having a meltdown, and you have to be strong as the eldest and right, whatever. So you're not really thinking about money. So everybody else takes over. One of your cousins and his girlfriend, whatever she is, takes over. Boom. And they start to get into a motherfucking argument about his money because they're trying to use his card to pay for the motherfucking money. But the girlfriend trying to hold on to the card. She don't want to use it. And the first thing that come out of her mouth is everything, half of everything is hers. So they call you like, ma'am, you the oldest and you the eldest and you gonna have to handle this shit. So boom, here's the card. Let's get this shit. So you get the card. All of a sudden, and you are made.
You better be careful she don't do no juju on you. We Caribbeans, I already know. So when women come around and it's not even his wife, it's a girlfriend, you better be careful, honey.
The sole like person in charge of getting all the inheritance shit and all his shit put together. So you deal with that and you're just like, what the fuck? Because the last thing you thinking, like, I had no relationship with this man in real life. It was very, very like mediocre. We were amicable because that's what I chose, but it wasn't that deep. You abused the shit out of me and my mom. So I really didn't really fuck with you like that. But I was like, fuck, so why am I doing this? But as the eldest and the person who's responsible for my siblings, in a sense, I have loyalty to my younger siblings. I said, all right, let me take this shit on. And because my grandma asked me to. So I took this shit on, went through a whole bunch of stress. Thank God for my husband who came through and did what the fuck he had to do. Spent months trying to fucking fight for the inheritance shit. Learned a whole bunch of wild shit about my pops. Apparently he had a whole bunch of motherfucking addictions that I had no motherfucking. And his heart attack was caused by motherfucking, basically a fucking overdose. So boom, you're going through all this shit. You're grieving this person that you ain't really fuck with, but still was your dad. Now it's like an emptiness. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you're dealing with inheritance shit. And you learn in that process that his girlfriend stole $500,000 of our currency that he had in cash in the house. But you can't do shit because you can't prove it was Pops, right? Because it was cash. But you know that it was Pops because two things happened. Someone had told you, right? Right before when Pops died, they came to you, right? Because your husband family is real Christian, real up there. Like, they have prophets and stuff like that. And the lady told you, hey, ma'am, this lady ain't shit. She's hiding some shit and she stole the good stash of money. So be careful when they pray over you and they put the holy oil on you because they see the bitch is scheming. But you ain't really believe it because you're like, fuck, I know this bitch. I think I know this bitch. So this whole time you're like, whatever. Then a few months pass by and your little brother goes to her house because the whole family's still rocking with her, right? Because we ain't thinking it's that deep. The whole family's still rocking with her. The little brother at the house, he opened one of the drawers and he realized, like, this bitch got stacks and stacks of money. She ain't got no job. She ain't got no man. She ain't got no close relationship to her family. She always had nothing. So how the fuck she got stacks and stacks and stacks of money up in rubber bands? Where the fuck she gets this from? You get confirmation that this bitch told this shit. Boom. Finally, the other half of the money that you were fighting for legally gets cleared. So boom, you're about to go divide the inheritance. You're like, you know what? This bitch done stole some money and was motherfucking confirmed. Even if legally we can't confirm it, so we can't really do shit. She took everything out of the motherfucking house. She got all his goods and she took one of his motherfucking vehicles. So this other half is gonna be for us three siblings, his blood siblings. Cause that's it, bitch. You done already won. So you tell her, like, listen, you already got the vehicle, you got this, whatever's left is gonna be for the rest of us. She upset, she talking wild shit about you to the family, hot mess. All of a sudden you start, after that closes, you start having some weird ass motherfucking dreams. You start to dream about snakes trying to bite.
I told you. I told you. I told you. You better be careful. People's death brings the worst out of people. And people will go to any measures, even if they have to end you, to make sure they get their money. You better be careful.
trying to bite you, you start to dream about having wads of cash in your hand and people trying to rob you and a whole bunch of other shit. So the same prophet lady who told you this bitch stole money from you, stole money from your dad, kept half a mil, some good cash, did some wild shit on you. She did some motherfucking witchcraft. Boom, this bitch was scheming. She did some witchcraft on me and my husband because she wanted to keep us in a bottle. So me and my husband were wondering, like, we were chilling, but as soon as we made it to my dad's house this last time to divide the inheritance, we started to clash like never before. We were not aware. We're like, what the fuck? That's not us. We couldn't understand why we couldn't control our emotions that much. Then we learned from the prophet lady is motherfucking witchcraft. People start fasting, start doing a whole bunch of, who, because we don't really play about shit like that, to clear off the witchcraft. Turns out not only did she do witchcraft, she was scheming to rob us because she knew we were coming up there to divide the inheritance, but it didn't work out like that. Yep. And then all of this happened for a man you ain't really have no relationship with.
Baby, I wish you nothing but the best. Child, it's crazy how God works. Like, you know when some people always go, someone will come do something wrong, but then you will always be that person that will end up taking care of them, or they will end up coming saying sorry to. Like, I will watch people, like I watched this one lady, she said that her mother-in-law, her husband ended up passing away, and she's taking care of her mother-in-law, and her mother-in-law used to treat her like shit, and now she don't got no family, nobody else, and it's her who's taking care of her. And mind you, the mother has kids, so that's why I try to treat everybody the same. Even though there's some people that treat me, in ways, I still try to be humble and be nice to them, because you never know. You never know. But anywho, I always leave the person's information down in the description box, as always. And if the person comes up to me and say, hey girl, I don't want you sharing my video, I will take it down, because I don't care. But I hope everything goes well. I hope your healing process go well. That's a lot to take in, sis. But I wish you the best. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys been sending me story time, so thank you for that. I swear I feel like I'm like good for the whole month. But keep sending it. I appreciate it. I don't know how y'all be finding me, but find me. It's okay. There's some people that's finding me for different reasons. But those who's really writing me for story times, I appreciate it. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.